For centuries, the free press has been the guardian of truth, the voice of the people, the essential check on power. We rely on it to tell us what is real and what is a lie. But what happens when the guardian is compromised? What happens when the voice of truth is hijacked and forced to speak a lie? On a single day, a single false tweet wiped billions of dollars from the stock market. It was not a financial hack. It was a psychological attack. It's a chilling demonstration of a new kind of warfare, where the weapon is not a bomb, but a lie. Welcome to Shadow Breach Files. We often focus on the theft of money or secrets. Today, we look at the theft of trust, the theft of reality itself. In the early to mid-2010s, a group calling themselves the Syrian Electronic Army, or SE, launched a relentless campaign of cyberattacks against the world's most prominent news organizations. Their goal was not financial gain. It was pure, unadulterated propaganda. They defaced websites, hijacked social media accounts, and spread false, politically charged information. They demonstrated a chilling new power, the ability to silence the news and replace it with a lie, instantly, to millions of people. This is the story of the hacker who silenced the news, the story of the war on truth. Act 1. The Weaponization of Trust, April 23, 2013, at 1:07 p.m. Eastern Time. A single tweet was sent from the verified Twitter account of the Associated Press. The message was simple and terrifying. Breaking: 2 explosions in the White House and Barack Obama is injured. The world reacted instantly. The stock market plunged. Financial algorithms programmed to react to breaking news sold off assets in a panic. The tweet was a lie. The Associated Press had been hacked by the Syrian Electronic Army, but the damage was real. For Dr. Lena Hansen, digital media forensics, the power of that attack was psychological. The Associated Press is the gold standard of breaking news. When they report a bombing at the White House, the world believes it. The SE didn't need to hack the stock market. They hacked the information that the stock market relies on. It weaponized the public's trust in the media. The SE's method was a chilling blend of low-tech social engineering and high-impact digital vandalism. They didn't use zero-day exploits. They used simple phishing emails, targeting the human element of the newsroom. They were relentless. They targeted every major news outlet that they felt was reporting negatively on the Syrian regime. They were fighting a war of perception, and the news organizations were their battlefield. Act 2. The psychological warfare. The attacks were more than just vandalism. They were a sophisticated form of psychological warfare. The goal was to sow doubt, to create confusion, and to undermine the very concept of objective truth. For Robert Hayes, FMR, intelligence analyst, the CA was a proxy force. Whether they were directly controlled by the Syrian government or simply a highly motivated, aligned group, their impact was the same. So they were a tool of state-level propaganda, using the open nature of the internet against the West. They demonstrated that in the digital age, you don't need to defeat an army. You just need to destroy their ability to communicate. The attacks forced news organizations into a crisis of identity. They had to spend precious time and resources verifying their own social media accounts, their own websites, and their own internal systems. The hackers had achieved a strategic victory. They had forced the news to focus on its own survival, rather than reporting on the war. The technical details were often simple, but the consequences were profound. By hijacking the DNS, they could redirect millions of readers of the New York Times to a website displaying a political message. They had effectively taken over the newspaper's digital printing press. The message was clear. In the digital age, the truth is a weapon, and the one who controls the platform controls the narrative. Act 3. The legacy of lies. The Syrian Electronic Army eventually faded from the headlines, with some of its key members being indicted by the US government. But the damage was done. The blueprint for cyber propaganda had been laid bare. In the opinion of Dr. Hansen, the SE was a proof of concept. They showed that a relatively small, motivated group could achieve state-level disruption by targeting the media. Since then, we've seen this playbook used by other state actors, most notably in election interference and the spread of disinformation. The war on truth is now a permanent feature of the digital landscape. The attacks force news organizations to fundamentally rethink their security. They realized that their biggest vulnerability was not a sophisticated government spy, but a simple, unpatched computer or a tired employee clicking a malicious link. The hacker who silenced the news did not just attack a website. They attacked the foundation of our shared reality. They showed us that in the hidden battles of the digital age, the most dangerous weapon is the one that makes you doubt what you see. The war on truth is ongoing. The question is, how do we fight back when the lie is delivered by the very source we trust? What is the most shocking piece of fake news you've ever seen? How do you verify your sources in the age of deepfakes and cyber propaganda? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to Shadow Breach Files as we continue to expose the secrets that shape our world. Stay vigilant.